Hey everybody, off the top rope here on the Off the Mic Sports Network. First of all and foremost, amazing growth here at the back half of the month here. Now we're heading into the month of February. Royal Rumble is just about here, everybody. I'm excited about it. I did a deep dive on the entire show that you can go watch. One thing that I didn't give, enough of a topic or enough of a, didn't do it really justice in that preview. You could go watch it. And one thing when I watched it back, I was like, man, I didn't talk about Jey Uso at all when it came to the men's Royal Rumble. Let me be clear. I think CM Punk is winning this match. To me, it's the only thing really that makes sense. A lot of people are going to lobby for John Cena. He's currently a very slim betting favorite to win the men's Royal Rumble. I just don't see why John Cena needs to win a third Royal Rumble in his final year as an active competitor before he retires. Like, I just don't see how that does anything. You might be saying to yourself, hey, Mike, hold on a second. You want CM Punk in his late 40s to win a Royal Rumble? I was like, guys, CM Punk's never won one. And frankly, he's deserved it. And the work that he's been putting in the last year, how he was in the final two of the last Royal Rumble, and seemingly a lot of people thought he should have won it last year. And some people were actually, there was just weird stories out about how it was an audible. It wasn't. Cody Rhodes was always supposed to win it. But really on paper, you could maybe, so I've seen some people mention Seth Rollins as a possibility. I don't think that's going to happen. Sami Zayn, maybe. But Jey Uso's interesting because there's a lot of momentum behind Jey Uso. And I even said it at the start of the year, like his entrances have just been electric. It's unlike anything that I've seen in WWE in a really long time, maybe ever. And he had a world title match with Gunther. He almost won. And at some point they've got to put the title on him. And some people are Jay, when it comes to on television, is one of the most over people. When you look at the internet, a lot of people, for whatever reason, don't like Jey Uso, and they think he's just a catchphrase and a bunch of super kicks. That's not true. I think Jey Uso is actually great, and he's really made a name for himself as a single superstar as main event Jey Uso. So I'll say this, and this may be a little bit of a hot take. I actually think if we're talking about likelihood of somebody other than CM Punk winning this match, I think Jey Uso is more of the likely winner aside from CM Punk than John Cena. Let me say that again. I think Jey Uso makes more sense winning this match than John Cena does. I think if you're going to talk about a secondary winner and going off the grid, that's who you go with. And a lot of it has to do with the fact just how goddamn popular he is. Like, the one thing that I've noticed about WWE, specifically under Triple H, there has been a departure from a lot of the nostalgia that was really relied upon at the top of the card. Now, with Triple H, you have these organic baby faces that have gotten over, like an LA Knight, like a Jey Uso. It's just like Cody Rhodes came in, obviously, but like there's been guys that have gotten over on the roster that frankly deserve a run at it. That being said, I don't think Jey Uso's going to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of like the final 6 or 7 guys in this match. And I mean, John Cena is probably going to be around till the end, but if you're asking me who I think is more likely to win this match, gun to my head, I would tell you I would pick Jey Uso at this point. Again, like I said, CM Punk to me is far and away the favorite in my eyes to win this match. They've put way too much time and way too much energy in the last year, and specifically, just within the last 5 days. I'll say just in the last 5 days, but literally in the entire month of January, he beat Seth Rollins, who was supposed to be his WrestleMania opponent this year, and they pushed up the match, and then he was supposed to be his WrestleMania opponent at 40, and who knows what would have happened had Punk not gotten hurt. So it's just clear to me that CM Punk is the guy right now to win this match, but it's really interesting once you get past that. and you look at other potential options. And I've just been thinking about it, and I really like, to some of my friends who are on here on the channel who are big Jey Uso fans, I'm sorry that I didn't give it disservice. It just really didn't enter my mind when I was doing my initial preview for the Rumble. And it's just, listen, I really feel good about where Jey Uso is. I don't know where he'll fit in the WrestleMania picture if he doesn't win the Royal Rumble. That's the other question about this. Does he, potentially, they haven't talked about the transfer window um in terms of how the Usos may be getting reunited. It seems like they've gone and split their separate ways. Jimmy Uso is being utilized more as a competitor, which is interesting. So, but yeah, with CM Punk specifically in the last 5 or 6 days, like he's been in a major segment involving both of the combatants in the world title match on Saturday night in the ladder match. He had a segment with Cody, and then he had a segment with Kevin Owens. That tells me really clearly that you're getting it in our minds that that's a real possibility. Maybe it's planting a seed, but really, if after what they've done in the last few days on Raw and SmackDown, it's really hard for me to believe that CM Punk really isn't penciled in to at least win this match. And maybe it comes out as a swerve, but it's just like I look at everything that has been factored in over the last year, and I just don't. And then you factor in what's happened in the last month, and even in the last 6 days, CM Punk's the only option here. He's the only option in my eyes. And if you think John Cena is going to win, God bless you. If John Cena wins, I'll admit that I was wrong. To me, looking at everything, John Cena doesn't do anything really. It's a nice story for John Cena, who hasn't won a singles match in forever, but him winning the Royal Rumble for a third time doesn't really do anything for me. I love him. I think John Cena is one of the greatest of all time. CM Punk, frankly, I'll go as far as to say this: he needs it. He needs it, and they've just invested so much. Cena really hasn't been around. That's just me. I'm saying it, but when in regards to this, I do think Jey Uso, I think there is a more compelling argument for Jey Uso over John Cena if we're going that route. But again, reiterating my point, CM Punk will win the Royal Rumble. I would be shocked if that's not the result. Anyway, a lot more content coming out here. We will have a live stream here on the channel, 5:45 Eastern, 2:45 Pacific time on the channel. It'll be me. You'll see my face. You will hear the voice of my lovely sister Carly Mayer, who is very entertaining when she is engaged in wrestling. And the Royal Rumble is honestly one of her favorite events. So come here, enjoy here on the channel, hang out with us. We'll have some fun here on the channel. Again, thanks so much for all the support. Approaching 400 subscribers here on the channel. I've literally been doing this for 6-7 months. Insane the amount of growth. This is awesome. You guys have no idea what that means to me in terms of me just cranking out content for y'all. And thanks so much. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.